It is 12 a.m. here, and I'm in my bed, so I'm not at my table or anything. So I'm just gonna read, kind of, I guess, like the little blackout read, so you guys can listen to this as an audio or ASMR or whatever. Um, I initially thought that this was going to be like just a message, not anything to do with like a reading, but I am going to pull on it. But Spirit did give me a message real quick, and I heard initially the first thing that I heard was that um, fairy tales, something about fairy tales, and that we don't believe in fairy tales because we've been broken, we've been hurt before, and fairy tales does not have to only be connected to romance, right? Because sometimes people correlate or connect fairy tales with romance, but it doesn't always have to be romantic love situations. But I did hear Spirit saying, rather than chasing the fairy tale, you should attract it, because you have to believe that you're deserving of your fairy tale, whatever that fairy tale may be. Easier said than done, of course, right? Um, there was a dream, or not a dream. It was a um, reading that I did probably like 2 years ago, I want to say. Like, dang, I think it was like 2 years ago. I can confidently, or not 99%, maybe 97% confident that this reading that I did was 2 years ago, if not 3 years ago. I vaguely remember the message in the dream. In the reading. You guys can probably find that reading. I'm not about to like search for this reading because it was so old. But in that reading, I do remember that it kind of felt very fairy tale like, this dream or this reading. Why I keep saying dream? Dang. It was a reading that basically, in that message, I was getting like someone wanted to like pretty much just be, I don't know, pretty much like this fairy tale for this other person, and oh my gosh, what was it called? It's gonna like bother me if I can't remember it. God. Like, I need one of my OG subscribers to like help me with this because I cannot remember. Goodness. I know it was something about a dream come true. That was something in the title. I don't remember the exact um oh God, I don't remember the exact title of the reading, but it was something about like a dream come true or something like that. Anyway, I'm kind of getting a similar energy. So as I was sitting with myself, Spirit also gave me this scripture, because I'm like, I'm hearing it, but I can't remember it verbatim. So sometimes like I got to look it up. It's Romans 8:28. The NIV version says, and we know that in all things, God works works for the good of those who love him and who have been called according to his purpose. So when we talk about fairy tales, it's almost like we think it's like things that are too good to be true can't happen to us, right? Whatever the fairy tale is for you that you believe, because if you look up the definition of fairy tale, or one of the definitions of fairy tale, it's something that resembles a fairy tale in being a magical, idealized, or something extremely happy. So something that you feel like is this ideal situation, something that's magical, it's beautiful, it's supernatural, it makes you extremely happy. You automatically assume that it can't be sometimes, right? Some people might wrestle with that. I know, I'm gonna be transparent, that for me, like, specifically when it comes to love, like fairy tales and stuff like that, like I can believe it for everybody else. I'd be like, yeah, girl, I can see it for everybody else. But when it comes to me, I can't see it. It's just like, but that's because of past, trauma and past experiences, or maybe what it looks like right now. It doesn't look like anything's happening, or there's nothing, or there's nobody knocking at my door trying to be with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it looks crazy. But as children, we believe in the fairy tales. Like, we watch it, we love them, we watch it over and over again. But as an adult, sometimes it's like we get rid of the magic and we get rid of the supernatural beliefs that things can really actually happen. So rather than chasing your fairy tale, because that's what people do sometimes, is chase rather than attract. So Spirit said to me, the key to attracting your fairy tale is to know that you're deserving of it. That's the difference. When you're deserving of things, you don't chase things. You're not trying to force it to happen. You know that you're deserving of it because of X and Y and Z, whatever reason why you believe you deserve it. That's how people attract things. They know that they deserve it, right? So I'm going to pull on this. Some of you definitely, and this isn't me trying to tell people what to do. This is me speaking from a place of love and encouraging you. And, you know, hey, sis. Hey, Ro. How are you? Um, y'all got to heal your heart. Whoever this message may be for, you have to heal your heart. Your heart is, you know, the thing that's going to allow the belief to come in that you're deserving of your fairy tale, whether it's a dream life for you, your dream career, family, whether it's a partnership, whatever it is, your dream job, your dream career, you got to believe it. And this is the thing too, like when God gives us desires of our heart, like you could tell when it's a divine desire because it's something that is almost like encouraged by the divine. And you will face oppositions and trials and tribulations at times. You'll come up against spiritual warfare. Sometimes you'll fight yourself on it. But one thing is like it's like the spiritual backing and support of something, and that I don't want to say 100% all of the time, but majority of the time that is a sign that it's a God's desire that it's implanted in your heart, that it's not just coming from thin air. So, you know, me, my scriptures, you know how I do, but it is what it is. Like the scripture I quoted, that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. So like your heart is content on what God wants for you, what's best, what's, you know, your relationship with God is your own, however you put that label or what God is to you. When your heart is focused on the things that are good and true and that are divine and what's best for you, according to the plans and purposes for your life, you'll start to see God move. And I feel like sometimes we look at the things that we desire in our heart, like the true things, like almost like from this innocent place, anything that causes your spirit to leap or like causes your, I'm listening to music in my headphones as I'm reading. Like I got my R&B love music on, and the song that's playing is talking about somebody protecting someone. Like you guys, if you are, I mean, you can take it however it resonates with you, but for women that have been hurt, have been abused specifically in multiple ways, like not just one area of abuse, but you've dealt with different levels of abuse, it's very hard to receive that love because your partner, especially specifically, like if it's a man, your partner or your partner to be is a man, you should feel safe and protected with that person. And I feel that with the wrong man, you feel unsafe. You feel like you can't relax in your essence and your energy as a woman and in your femininity without feeling guarded or feeling like you need to protect yourself, right? And because you are an intuitive being, you are a portal, you can sense energies, right? You can tell when something or somebody is not safe to trust, but sometimes you can project that pain onto the wrong people, and it makes it very hard for you to allow love in, right? So which is why I say that it's like very important, not me telling you what to do, but this is just from a loving place, that it's inevitable. You can't skip the steps of healing. If your heart has been broken and you have not healed that, you just moved on with life and you just kept those, because those emotions are still alive. That pain is still alive. It's just been ignored, or it's been, you know, you've been distracted from that. You have to heal your heart. You have to forgive that person so that you can free yourself and cut the ties from that traumatic experience. And it's not going to be an overnight process. But if your heart is in a place of brokenness or it's in a place of fear, you're not going to be able to allow love in. And Spirit has been dealing with me with that for years. You know, you're not going to be able to fully receive it, even if it was to come today or tomorrow or whenever. Is your heart open for it? You know what I mean? Are you in the place to receive genuine love and be able to sniff out the predators and be able to sniff out the, you know, the abusers and the toxic masculine? You know what I mean? So I would definitely encourage you ladies to do that. Now, you do have someone that wants to be that for you, wants to protect you, and wants to love you. Some of you might be dealing with someone right now that you want to love and show that it's safe for them to trust you. And this person has gone through some abuse. Could be the opposite side of things. Let's see. What's going on? Yeah, divine protection. Okay. And some of you guys have like been trying to express your love through sex, like as women, and that's, I will say, that is not the key to a man's heart. Is your body. It's not. Men don't look at sex the same way, especially like if they're not in love with you, they don't have those type of emotions for you. Sex is not going to be something that makes a man fall in love with you. It's not. It might make them fall in love with the sex, but not you as a person. You know, they're not going to feel that role as your mate in your life. You're just going to get caught up in a cycle of situationships and wasting your time, essentially. So using your body, that's not going to work. Okay. You have divine protection, false miracle signs and wonders, illegal grounds, monitoring spirits, fear-based influencer. Yeah, I see why you protect your energy. Some of you guys have been tricked in the past by tricksters, liars, people that spirit may have been trying to protect you from. These might have been people that had certain agendas, kind of studied you or something, or maybe, yeah, or you're afraid of this. You're afraid of having people do this to you. Some of you guys could be you might have a presence, like a public presence or social media presence or something. And I feel like you do fear trusting people because of that. You might have dealt with people that monitored you a lot. I heard people that copy you. I don't know. People that copy you. Try to get information on you to manipulate you. So this could have happened to you in the past. So therefore you're trying to protect your energy from this happening again. Or you fear this happening. For some of you guys, this is like social media based for sure, but it can be in everyday life, just in general. But for some of you, it is something with social media, especially if you have a social media influence. That's why. Okay, what is this? The Justice card. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you guys, you gotta be able to sniff out. And your ancestors are leaving it up to you, or your spiritual team. Yeah, the High Priestess. Your spiritual team is leaving it up to you to use your wisdom from the past to sniff out faulty partners. Because, like, if you guys notice on some of the Justice cards, they're blindfolded. And I feel like that spirit wanted you to look outside of just like the physical thing, because maybe in the past you were swept up by the fact that someone looked a certain way or they looked the part, whether they were extremely attractive or they looked innocent or something that you got caught up on. you were like kind of intrigued by, and you didn't pay attention to the person's actions or the energy of how you felt. So eliminating looking or projecting um like the physical and what you see, it's like spirit is wanting you to and heighten the other senses and tap into how you feel. Listen more, pay attention to what's being said, you know what I mean? How this person makes you feel. That's what I'm getting from this. Okay. So it's like sniffing out the energies, but not being so hyper focused on the external. Now Brandy's song Wildest Dreams came on. So whoever this person is that's coming into your life, or you might, if, because I'm getting it like this. If you are a feminine energy or a woman specifically for some of you, and the person is a male or masculine energy, this person getting a masculine energy that is going to assist or help this feminine or this woman to heal their heart. And this connection is going to feel like a crazy wild dream, a fairy tale. I would look up this song because this is almost like picking up exactly the essence of what spirit is revealing. It's a beautiful song, and like I would read the lyrics. So it might be like extremely surreal, but you got to know that you're deserving. Why would it be too good to be true? To have a relationship that you could feel content and safe in, where you could feel liberated and free to love someone without feeling like, oh, I'm stupid, I shouldn't show this emotion, or oh, this person's gonna think I'm doing too much if I show them or say this to them. Like, the person that's for you is not going to make you feel unwelcomed and unloved, or make you feel like you're being a dork or you're being a lame if you're showing how you feel, or if you are, doing things, affections and things like that. They're not going to make you feel like that. And you can be vulnerable. You can show them all elements of yourself and feel safe with that person. That is how love should be. That's how unconditional love should be. So whoever this person is, I feel like they may come in when you're not completely over something that has happened to you. So this person's going to help you to uncover that pain. And I just felt the sharp pain in my heart. So yeah, you got to use your higher wisdom to like really sense this out. And don't judge a book by its cover, Spirit is saying. This connection is going to be like a mystery in a sense. It's not going to be something that you can make sense of right away. Yeah, she said, never in wildest dreams did I think that someone could care about me. So it could be really, sometimes like, you get beat down to the point where you feel like it's crazy to think that someone would really love you for you. And I have to be so transparent. I dealt with that. I still kind of deal with it a little bit at times because, you got to accept yourself. You got to accept yourself as you are, even in your so-called flaws or your past or the things that you might be insecure about. That if you accept yourself, your person that's meant for you is going to accept you as you are. Not saying like this person is not going to, you know, lovingly call out the things that you might need to work on, or hold you accountable of certain things and vice versa, just as you would hold yourself accountable of things maybe that you need to work on as well. But you say to yourself, you know what, yeah, I got this problem. I have this issue with the past, or, there's things about me. I don't really like this part of myself, but I embrace it. That's a part of me. It's a part of my journey. These scars, they are a representation of me. They're a part of me. I'm not wearing it as a victimhood, but maybe in survivor mode, or, you know what I mean? Like, as a representation of me. So this person is going to make the effort, but I get this sense that there's resistance with whoever's making the effort. The other party might be resisting of it. Like, I don't know if I should receive it. But this person, they're not going to stop. And I don't feel like this is like a love bombing situation where someone, you tell them, no, I'm not interested, but they won't leave you alone. It's not that type of thing. It's more so of a situation where someone, they're patient with you. They're understanding of where you're coming from. They're gentle. They're compassionate. They're empathetic. They're supportive. That's how you know. And they're genuinely that. Yeah, it's like the more you break down like a wall, and it might be like a certain belief that you've adopted for whoever I'm speaking to. That could be a feminine energy, but you could take it how, if it applies to whatever gender or whatever. um Something with like your upbringing and your religious beliefs, or just beliefs that you've adopted, some type of spirit. Like, um I'm going to talk about more of the spirit of rejection in the future, but when you're dealing with that spirit of rejection, you start to reject yourself. Therefore, you attract situations where people are going to continuously reject you, or where you walk in that energy of self-sabotage because you're rejecting yourself. You know, you're already saying to yourself, it's not going to work, or I'm not going to be accepted, or I'm not going to be loved, or I'm unworthy. You're putting that energy out there, so therefore you're low key sabotaging things. For example, when I was dating this specific person, and I feel like spirit used that as a lesson to show me that I was not ready. This person was very open and transparent, even told me that he wanted me to be open and vulnerable with him and not be scared to like express myself. And I still felt weird, and I still dealt with that jealousy and comparing myself and wondering, was he looking at other women? Was he happy with me? Was he satisfied with me? Oh, what if he's looking at her? Oh, he's liking this girl's picture. Like, I would have these inner issues no matter how much we talked about them, and to the point where I sabotaged the connection. But it wasn't supposed to be anyway, but it had to happen that way so that I could heal, or see where I still was dealing with that rejection, where I was still dealing with the inadequacy, because the spirit of rejection, it manifests itself in different forms, and one of the ways is self-sabotage, and causing yourself to hide yourself, not show up fully. That's what it does. It's a spirit of oppression, really. So no matter how much a person tells you that you're everything to them, you're wonderful, you're great, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're what I want, and whatever, a person can validate you and pour into you, and you could still, because it's a spirit at the end of the day. So when you carry that rejection and those wounds, that spirit is rejecting those words. It's like, no, that's not true. I'm not worthy. I'm not attractive enough, because you're still carrying what so and so did. This person cheated on you. They might have chose another woman over you, or they might have told you you ain't ever gonna be nothing, or you don't deserve love, or you're not smart enough. No one's gonna want to put up with you. You might have internalized those word curses and started to believe it. So that's why I was encouraging in the beginning of this message to heal your heart. Whoever hurt you, whatever word curses, to address those things and cancel it out, denounce it, and renounce who you are and what you are, which is the truth, the good things of you, right? Look, and then this song I'm listening to is Donnell Jones. So this is for somebody, Donnell Jones, Special Girl. I love this song because he's talking about a woman that's pretty much got everything. Like, she's bad, right? She can look like Holly Berry. She can have a smile like Janet, a booty like J-Lo. Like, she can cook, she can clean. She has money, but he's looking for something that's significant and special to him, right? So we put ourselves in these places where we compare ourselves. And I do this sometimes. I have to be honest. That I'll be like, and I'm sure any woman on here could probably attest to this, and you probably outgrew it, or maybe you're still kind of working through it. And I'm still a work in progress with this. I'm just being honest. Like, no one's exempt from going through insecurities every now and then. So like I would have these, because I dealt with the rejection spirit to the point where I would question whether a person was really interested, or why would he be interested in me, or why would he want to talk to me because of past experiences. And then, I would compare myself and be like, no, he probably would want something more like this and more like that. I don't fit the description of that. Why would that person even be looking at me? Why would they even want to talk to me? Why would, what? And it's not all about looks either, right? But when it comes down to the person that's for you, all of that stuff does not matter. I can't count how many times I've heard men and women say that the person that they ended up with was not quote unquote their type. And sometimes our type, aka archetype, it comes from years and years of conditioning. It comes from socialization. It comes from media. It comes from maybe cultural things of what's being told. So if you're looking at magazines and there's women that have this certain look all the time, or men that have this certain look, or TV's telling you this is what desirability is, or a woman that talks like this, dresses like this, or a man that talks like this, dresses like this is what's desirable. And for women, it's usually the bad boys, right? Or men with like high statuses and money. And for men, it's women that, have certain type of body shapes, or skin tones even. We've been brainwashed to see lighter skin as beautiful, right? So more so in Western society, but it is a bad thing globally. But the person that's for you, in spite, I don't care if they dated women that all look like J Lo all of their life. That's what they wanted. They wanted a Latina all their life that had lighter color hair, or they wanted a man that looked like, I don't know, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know. I'm just using examples, probably because it's some movies I've been watching. But they end up dating something that is not that. And then they fall in love with that person and then they marry them because, again, our type sometimes is conditioning. So never think that you can't be that someone special because you don't have X, Y, and Z. Some people ain't looking for all of that extra stuff. People put too much stock on their physical aspects, their physical traits, and their status, and their money, and all these things. And none of that really matters at the end of the day to the right person, because who's for you, who's really in the vibrational match for you on a spiritual level, that stuff doesn't matter. And even the parts of yourself, believe it or not, that you think are flaws, that person's going to find beautiful about you, because everything about you is going to be beautiful inside and out. Hey Samantha, how you doing? Everything about you. So don't ever think that just because people didn't match the heart that you have in the past, um, doesn't mean that you're not going to experience that. You just got to know you're deserving of it. That's the thing. That's the key. Remember, again, is to know that you are deserving. Okay, let's see what else. I didn't mean to make this a therapy session. Y'all know how I get. I don't just do cards, y'all. Okay, Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you guys might be a little. And remember that blindfold, the Two of Swords, she got that blindfold. It's like not projecting what you see so much. Spirit wants you not to use your two eyes, but use your other senses, use your ears, use your senses in your body, how you feel, what you're picking up, how, to discern the situation. Because you're dealing with double-mindedness when you're in that place of fear, where you're overanalyzing because of what happened to you in the past. Thank you, Samantha. Yeah, y'all know how I get. because the Six of Pentacles to me and the Eight of Pentacles is like someone wanting to balance out the scales with you, hence the Justice card. Like in the Six of Pentacles, it also has that scale of justice. What's hiding behind the Two of... Ooh, this card's hiding behind that Two of Swords. Five of Wands. Yeah, it's the battle of the minds. And it goes back to that fighting against and contending with your higher self, your intuition, or that spirit of like, fear of competition or wondering, questioning yourself. But this person wants to balance the scales and give to you in the way that you've given to others, whether they know. It's like intuitively knowing that the type of love or the type of heart that you have and your capacity to give, this person wants to match that. The Eight of Pentacles is this person working towards that and wanting to learn you. So this is the thing too. When a person really like fucks with you, they want to know you. Like they want to get to know you on a level of the things that you enjoy, the things that tick you off, your triggers, not to exploit those triggers, but to be like, I don't want to hurt this person. So, what is it? And if it's addressed, because we're not intuitive to the point where we can just read each other's minds accurately 100% all the time, right? If at all, right? So communication is the key. And if you communicate to this person, like, this bothers me, this is something that triggers me, or this is something that hurts my feelings, and this person's just like, oh, well, whatever, and they continue to do it, then that person doesn't care. But a person that genuinely cares, they want to know about what makes you happy. What do you love? What do you enjoy? What do you fear? What are your ambitions? What's your wounds, what's your traumas, what's your values, what is it that you value in life, and things like that, and so on and so forth. That is how you know, like, this person's invested in you. If all they're invested in is like, let me see what you doing tonight, and y'all might have some good conversations, y'all could talk about spirituality, and then y'all getting in the bed, and then it's like it's the same thing. There's no depth, there's no real foundation. Then it's just like, where's the spiritual compatibility on a level of you guys are connecting on a spiritual level, meaning not just you guys can talk about spirituality, but your minds are in sync on a spiritual level. You're compatible in a space of you guys have the same focus and the same aims and goals and progressions, and you work towards that separately but also together as well. So someone that is spiritually yoked and equally yoked with you, not just somebody that you can have compatibility with, like a friend, or like, oh yeah, we like the same things, or we can laugh, and oh, we're good in bed together. Beyond all of that, it's more to it than that. So, like, someone that seriously wants to invest in you, and it might be something that you question, you go back and forth, you don't know if you can trust it, but if it's genuine, you'll feel it. So again, Spirit's like, don't use so much of your physical eye too much and judge a book by its cover, or you can't be swept up by that too much. Because she has that blindfold on, and I feel like when you're not distracted by what it looks like, you can pay attention and sense what you're getting on an internal level, on a spiritual level. Whoever this is for, like, this connection, once it comes in, it's going to move very fast. It might scare you a little bit how fast it moves. Ace of Swords, yes, Spirit's like, yes, 'tis true. 'Tis true. Yeah, like SWV says, use your heart and not your mind. Like, don't think too much into things. Don't try to overanalyze things. And yes, sometimes the heart can be deceptive. It can lead you into, things that are, just get a little too over romantic. But as long as you have a sober mind and a sober heart, you're good. But you don't want to block your heart, though. Let's see. Yeah, this person is like abstract. They might be, here's the hangman. So this person could be abstract, like they're not like what you're used to in a sense. Like something about them is like it's gonna cause you to kind of like surrender the way that you think about certain things in a good way. Um, they're not gonna be like anybody. That's how you know. Like something about this person is they're they're separated. They're set apart. They're not like everybody that you dated. It could be, I would say first and foremost, more so like who they are as a person, not so much what they look like and where they come from and what they have. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, and also too, I feel like this person is going to sacrifice some things for you, just as you would have to sacrifice some things for them. And the sacrifices is not anything bad. It's like, let me see what Spirit's talking about. The Hierophant, Six of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, like your past. The people that have hurt you, the sneaky characters, the liars, the thieves, people that stole your heart. You have to release that and go back to that innocence in your heart, that where you believe that you could have that love. Because there's something about the belief that has been tainted due to these thieves or these sneaky people in your life that you've had in the past. The Emperor, because this person is serious. Like, they ain't playing. I feel like this person is like, they're very clear about what they want in life in general. Yeah. So you have the Emperor, set rules and authority. Like this person is straight honest, straightforward. His sword, like this is big shit. I wanted to say it, but I'm not gonna say it. It's big D energy. I'm not gonna say the actual word, but I almost wanted to. It's almost slipped out my mouth. Like the way that he's positioned, his sword is like right between his legs. So it's like just honest and very straightforward. So you have the spiritual guide, the Tower, the Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like either this reading is going to blow somebody's mind and give them something to think about, or this reading is going to lead to a dream. Somebody's going to persevere and take action. Like this is going to give somebody permission to, like God, it's like someone's going to encounter divine spirit in their dreams where it's like an instruction is going to be given and someone's going to be determined or to persevere, or someone could have gotten a reading or will get a reading where or if it's not a reading, then someone that is a spiritual guide, an oracle of some sort that comes in and kind of blows the top off of them, like just gives them this immense clarity, and it could be a lot to think about. And in that solitude or in a dream, spirit is going to kind of spark this action, like this divine step or instruction where I feel like it's a masculine energy that's going to encounter this, that it's going to lead to persevering, like stepping up. Let me see. I don't want to pull so many cards now. Let me see. Let me put some romance angels on this. Yeah, someone needs to release an ex, or what exes have done, or past love interests have done. Let me make it up with love. The Make It Up With Love is on by ATL. I don't know if y'all remember that. That's old. Like ATL came out when I think I was in high school, like freshman year. Somebody wants to make things up. Reconciliation. This could be somebody you already like. I don't. Not everybody, because I got to be careful. But for some of you, it's either this is someone from your past that's going to come back, um, or some of you guys might have a dream about this, or you've been dreaming of a reconciliation or someone coming into your life. If you don't know this person, you've never been with them, or you don't know, it's like I'm getting a person being revealed to you in a dream, or having these reoccurring dreams of meeting someone or bumping into someone or coming together. You might need help with from your friend to embrace this connection, because I feel there's a hesitance. This strong energy, strong connection and chemistry, it might freak you out a little bit. Baby, when it's all said and done. I love this song. I forgot about this song. Um, I don't know why I feel like some of you, ooh, I gotta be careful with what I say. Oh, because I do get that some of you, not all of you, this is somebody you already like, no, you're familiar with. You're familiar with this person. So like this connection is gonna be magical, supernatural, spiritual. I want to like tap more into this whole like this dream and this like what is this? I want to see what this is. I have to let me put the rest of the cards back, but I want to leave these ones out. So the spiritual guide card, the Tower, Four Swords came out, Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. I want to clarify these cards. Let me see. Yeah, some of you guys need to know you're not of this world. So, like, don't sweat the fact that not every man and woman is after you or it didn't work out, because you're set apart and you're very, like, extremely unique to the point where the type of person, the type of calling that you have on your life and your purpose, it really requires a certain type of energy to be with you. And it's a privilege, because it's like not everyone is going to like resonate with you. Like you're not of this world, so you're not going to fit into the world standards of things. You are a divine being, as we all are, but there's those that are connected to God in ways where others might be more in tune or connected with this world. They're connected to the 3D too much. They live for the 3D. They live for other people. They live for status and having their heaven on earth, whereas others are not. That's not their first and only purpose. Their purpose is to find heaven within themselves. And you can't just date and sleep with everyone. So don't sweat it if it seems like you're not this hot commodity for everyone. And you may be desired by many, but not everybody's for you, even if they desire you or want you. So, hey. Some of you guys do need a spiritual cleanse, and maybe some sound healing, some sound therapy or something will help you with your healing process. Spirit, can you please clarify this whole shebang right here? I want to tap more into this. Thank you. I am that I am. Yeah, that's state them I am affirmations, and decree and declare like who you are, your true identity. Ask Spirit to reveal it to you. Put it on your tongue to speak the truth of who you are, not the lies and the deception and the pain and the hurt. Don't speak those things over yourself anymore. I'm denouncing it. What is this, Divine Spirit? The T. Yeah, you got chosen and you got divine counterparts. You and your divine counterpart are chosen for something higher and greater. You are the light. Spirit wants you to peep game, like pay attention. And certain things that you're going through right now, this is only a phase. Those counterfeits, those karmics, those spirit spouses that you were connected to that were not for your highest good, those narcissistic connections, you attracted that because of your light. or they were attracted to you because of your light, but that doesn't mean that you're not worthy, or it's they're going to be attracted to your light. It is what it is, and they may want to steal your birthright or be attached to that birthright because you are a divine worker. Spirit is encouraging you to move silently with whatever your endeavors are. um some of you guys might need to do some mirror work where you talk to yourself, you speak love to yourself. It does feel cringy at first, it does, but the more and more you do it, the more comfortable you feel, more embracive you are. Yeah, so there's something significant that you and your person are supposed to do together. And there's a level of spiritual authority that you guys have, and I feel like it comes great responsibility. You are going to get your divine justice though too. Okay. So Spirit is saying like the reason why this all came out, like as far as like someone's going to get either a reading, listen to a reading, have already heard it, or received a message from someone that is like extremely like an oracle, someone that's gifted. I feel like it's a woman that gave someone, I feel like it's a masculine or a man here in this situation, gave them a reading or they got a reading, and it gives them a heavy revelation and clarity, kind of like a shocking, but it's something that both of you know, whether you guys are living separate lives right now where you've never met this person, or maybe you know of each other, or you're separated, or you're dealing with each other, whatever the case may be. It's something that both parties know, but there's some type of like revelation, like I don't know, it's something that may just make sense. It just makes sense all of a sudden. Whatever this is that comes about with the Four Swords, it's going to leave someone in a state of contemplation and reflecting and meditating, or even in a dream state, where a dream where they encounter divine spirit, or even in that period of rest or meditation rather. Spirit's going to come and give this person a spark, divine instructions or guidance of some sort of action. And it's going to cause this masculine energy I'm getting to persevere and keep going. But this is where I got stuck at. Like why Spirit said that they would want to persevere. Why? It would have to be something that is coming up against this masculine to make them want to continue and say, no, I'm going to fight for this. So I want to clarify that Seven of Wands. King of Swords. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, divine time, whenever you're meant to hear the messages or whatever you're meant to hear out of it. You got the Page of Pentacles clarifying the King of Swords as well, or clarifying the Seven of Wands as well. It's almost like a new understanding of meaning of what you're carrying or what you're holding in your hand, the value of this connection. So it could be a masculine that finally fully understands the assignment. Not understands the assignment. Yeah, because the King of Swords this is clear. This is wisdom. This is a knowing. This is a wise person, right? So the page is a student learning and understanding or studying the assignment, finally getting the value of it. So it's like when our parents teach us with piggy banks the value of saving money, right? That's what they're intended for, right? So you see the value in the money, you understand that money holds value because it's needed for X, Y, and Z, or this piggy bank is for savings, or to save for this or to save for that. So when Spirit places this pentacle in this person's hand, they may have not understood the value of it at first. The Spirit may have revealed this is the value of what you're holding, what you're carrying. So that clarity and that direction, it gives a sense of purpose now. Hopefully that makes sense. Ew. Here, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Two of Swords. Like, yeah, the value of this empress, this high priestess, is hidden, not hidden from the perspective of insecurities and doubts and self-sabotage, but because spirit is protecting this feminine. The two of swords is here. So again, like, it came out again, and the high priestess came out again. So it's reiterating that spirit is saying, with this situation, as a feminine, as whoever the feminine energy is, or the woman in the situation is, you're really going to have to not focus so much on what you see with your two eyes, but trust your intuition and listen and tune in, because it's going to be a bit of a test. You might be kind of undecided about this connection or the situation or how to pursue it. But this person, whoever the masculine is seeing this feminine as this value that's uncovered. Remember, the high priestess is always, she's seen, in a sense, like, she's there. Like, you can walk past her and know she's there, but the depth of who she is and what she has in, behind her, the depth of her is not easily understood, nor is it evident upon looking at her. It takes you to approach her, to go behind these doors. And there's something about these two pillars. There could be perceptions made about you, or maybe as a feminine, like, there could have been perceptions about you, good or bad, or just who you were, what you were about. But you will never really know until you enter the gates. And not everybody has it's like, the capacity to even fathom what she carries and what she holds. So not everybody is going to enter. They might be intimidated to enter the gates, which is who she is, what she's about, what she carries. And spirit does a good job of cloaking that and protecting and concealing this sacred temple, which is you as a feminine. So the Empress is on the surface of things as well, very nurturing, very beautiful, very present. But there's a whole nother side. And I feel like this person may have not understood that. Now they see that this is something, this person is more than that. So we do have counterparts that came out, because the Empress, or the Emperor, did come out before. So that Venetian, that Venus energy could also be a revelation of who you are to them. Whether that's you're their counterparts, if you're feminine watching, like, this is the revelation, or even further, that you're meant to give birth to a child potentially, because the Empress, I don't always get the pregnancy thing from her, but in this instance I am getting that. That's not everybody, but that's for some of you. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say before I close this out, because I don't want to make this a long reading, because it's almost an hour. Okay, you both carry the light. So Spirit says you both carry the light. Yeah, it's like, if you don't know what your personal purpose is in life, or who you are, it's not going to be really easy to discern who's for you. Because, like, when you know what you carry, or to an extent what Spirit reveals to you, what you carry, what your assignment is, the plans and the purposes that God has for you, if you don't know that, you'll just be caught up just falling into traps with anybody. But you can't, like I said, if you're called to something, you can't afford to just date and talk to everyone. And it's not going to work out if it's not meant. It's just not, because they don't hold that key. They don't know, they're not equipped to be with you. If you're called to be a teacher and you're dating somebody that is still walking around like a page and living life recklessly, this person is not going to be able to, be able to like motivate you and encourage you or speak the right things into you and encourage you in a certain way, because they are not on the track. They don't even know who they are. They don't know what they want out of life. That person will pull you off of path. And let's say spirit does reveal to you who your person is, and this person is not in alignment with their path. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their true identity is. They're lost. They're looking for purpose, and they're looking for identity in superficial things or other people or through sex, drugs, money, whatever. That person, spirit might have to separate the two of you until this person gets in alignment with themselves, because all they're going to do is pull you off track, right? Or let's say it's vice versa. You know, with you, if you're not aware of who you are and you're operating from that place of the orphan spirit, looking for love in this man, and giving your body away to this person, hoping that they'll love you, or thinking that, you know, your beauty is going to get you a good person, you're missing the point. And you know, what good would that be to a man that knows his focus, that knows his purpose, knows his path? You're going to be needy. You're going to be pulling on them. You're going to be jealous. You know, it's not going to work. So spirit is saying, without knowing who you are, what your identity is, and seeking that in internal rather than external, you and your partner, your guys are not going to be able to progress in that energy. It's just not going to work. And you're not going to be able to discern, okay, this person is for me because the type of energy that I carry, this person is going to be able to help with me and progress with me and be able to steward me or steward my heart, know what to do with it, or know what to do with like the purposes that I'm carrying, and not be someone that's a distraction or jealous or an enemy to me, right? Working against me and vice versa. How many people read the instructions on stuff? Sometimes people just buy stuff and never read the instructions, or they look at some of the instructions and they're like, okay, good, I'm done. But a person that thoroughly reads the instructions really cares about their product that they just bought. Similar to a mate that really sees value in you, they're going to take time out to understand and understand you, rather than just be like, okay, I'm a surface level, get to know them, because they have their own agenda. They just want to use the product. They don't want the product to last. See the difference? Yeah. Start by just like smiling and like, you know, holding eye contact with certain people. You don't have to go out on with anyone or lead anybody on, but Spirit's saying to open your energy up, or maybe smile at kids. You see children, say hi, smile at kids, or pet a dog, and like open your energy up. Compliment someone, open your energy. Spirit saying just open your energy up. That's what I'm getting. Like, not in a place where you're letting your guard down, but that lighthearted energy. Open the heart, start healing the heart. And something with wearing pink. Something with wearing pink colors, or could be like a rose quartz, literally, or some type of morganite, I think it is. But this person is going to want to make the effort, and I do see a little bit of resistance. This person's going to have to work through it. But for some reason, I feel like it might be designed that way, because it's going to show you that, excuse me, a person that really values you and really wants to get to know you, they don't care about that barrier. They're going to take their time, and they're going to make real effort. And over time, the energies between the two of you will open up. I feel like it's kind of like a build. It's going to naturally flow. It's not going to be a forceful, like this person's trying to pry you open or love bomb you to open up to them or exploit you, but really be patient with you and be persistent and be, it's like steward, like they're a stewardess. Like, they want to learn you. You want to understand what they're dealing with, who they're with, who they're, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. And eventually barriers will start to like remove themselves. It might feel a little bit awkward at first, the type of love that is being exchanged. And on the opposite side, it might feel like this woman or this feminine energy is not interested or doesn't but it's something to do with the wounding. And I feel like that's understood in the beginning, but it's not going to be easy. But this is like spirit wanting to use this dynamic to prove to both parties that this is worth it, because this person, for one, is not going to be, the feminine energy is not going to be easy access like anybody. Like they are discerning with their heart. They are they know that their energy and love is exclusive. So that shows the value of this feminine. The masculine energy, the feminine's going to see the value in this masculine because it shows their persistence. It shows their true effort. It shows their true interests. So that is what I'm getting. I'm going to leave it at that. That was a good message. So thank you, Spirit, for that message. And I hope that those who are meant to receive this message, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And if it's not for you, just put it in the deletes. It's not for you. But, sit with your heart, heal that orphan spirit, that spirit of rejection. Like, sit with yourself with that and ask Spirit to recall back to you those experiences came about, and help you to remove them and denounce any ounce of that orphan spirit that's operating, or anything that's blocking your heart from receiving love or receiving yourself first and foremost, from receiving you, from receiving the truth of God's love for you, divine source God's love. So I pray that was helpful. Much love as always. I'm up. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up in the morning. I don't know what I'm even doing up. So I send you guys much love as always. Thank you so much for watching, or listening rather. And I'll catch you guys in the next reading.